And girls, good morning from NYChessKids. My name is Saudin. In today's lesson, we will learn about the double check. Double check means check with two pieces at the same time. It is a very dangerous move, and usually it leads into a checkmate. So please take a piece of paper and a pencil. Parents, if you want to print the worksheet from NYChessKids website, that also could be very helpful so the kids can write down directly into the puzzles. Okay, let's see our first puzzle. Here we have white to move, play a double check, and make a checkmate. Let's see this move, rook d8. All right, this is a double check. Now, pay attention. The rook is attacking the king, and bishop is attacking the king. So there is no time for black to capture the rook, and there is no way that you can capture the bishop, right? So when you are in a double check, the only way to escape is to move your king, but in this case, you cannot. There is no space for a king. It is a checkmate. Okay, let's see the next one. Play a move with a white and make a double check. So if we move, look, we can make a double check two ways, but only this one is right, knight f6. We could, of course, play this move, and it's a double check. But here, king can move, right? Pay attention, king can run away to d7. But with a knight f6, there is no way the king can move. Now, we know with a double check, only king can move and escape. We cannot capture the knight, and we cannot block the check. So this is a checkmate, double check, mate. Let's see the next one. Yeah, the same position. It's just instead of the queen, we have a rook. So again, we play knight f6, and it's a double check, mate. Let's see the number 4. Okay, what do you see here? Okay, now we have a bishop instead of the knight. Look, we could move the bishop to b5. It is a double check, and king cannot escape. You cannot block the check. You cannot move the king. Checkmate. Let's see number 5. Double check, mate. So we move our knight to f7, and it's a double check. Pay attention, black doesn't have time to capture our queen. Queen is attacked on h5, but black cannot take the queen because knight is checking the king. So the king cannot escape. There is no space for a king to move. Here you have two ways to checkmate the black king. We could play knight to f7, double checkmate, or we can play knight to g6, double checkmate. Right, let's see, I'm not sure which one the computer will accept. Let's try this one. Okay, so look, knight is attacking the king, and bishop is attacking the king. King cannot move. At the same time, you cannot block the check with a queen, right? You cannot block the bishop because knight is checking your king. Double check. Let's see the next one. You can play a move and make a double check, mate. Okay, I hope you found this move, knight f6. Look, it is a check with a rook and check with a knight. So bishop cannot take the knight, and you cannot block the check with the bishop because you are checked with the two pieces. All right, boys and girls, if you need more time, you can always pause the video and take as much time as you need and then continue. Also, when you study those puzzles, you don't have to do the whole video. You can just do a couple of minutes and then come back the next day to do other puzzles. Let's see this one here. Oh, this one is very interesting. Let's see if you can find double check here. Pay attention to your chess pieces. You have two rooks and you have a pawn. You can play a move, make a double check, and a checkmate. Okay, let's see this one. The correct move here is to take the rook with a pawn. Now, we could promote this pawn into a queen or a rook. Both will work, right? So it's a checkmate. Let's take a queen, and it's a checkmate. Look, check with a rook on h1 and check with a queen. So king cannot escape. Let's see the number 9. Okay, double check, and then we're gonna make a checkmate. Now, this puzzle is not checkmate in one move, it is checkmate in two moves, but double check can help us. So let's first find the double check. That's bishop to g5, right? We have a check with the two pieces. That means king has to move. And now we can find the checkmate in one move. We had this puzzle in our checkmate in one videos. We play rook to d8, checkmate. Bishop supports the rook, and king cannot escape. Let's see number 10. Here we have a queen and a knight. And there are two ways to do this puzzle. Again, it is a checkmate in two moves, but the double check can help us. Look, we could play double check knight g5, or we can play double check knight f6. Both of them are good, because our next move is queen to h7, checkmate. See, the double check helped us to checkmate. Let's see number 11. Now, again, you have a double check and you can do it two ways. You can play knight g6 or knight f7, but only one is correct. So which one do you like better? Knight f7 or knight g6? You have to find the checkmate, the next move. So here the correct move is knight to f7. Look, first we play a check, double check. That means we know king has to move. And then look at this gorgeous checkmate. Knight goes to h6 and checkmate. King cannot escape, completely blocked with his own pieces. Let's see number 12. Again, you have two ways to make a double check, but only one is correct. You can play knight to e7, check, and you can play knight to f6, double check. So one of them leads into a checkmate. The correct move is knight to e7. Look, you play double check, king has to move, king can also go to h8, to the corner, but you still play the same move. Knight g6, checkmate. Look at this, checkmate. Let's see number 13. Again, you have two ways to make a double check, but we are looking for a checkmate in two moves. So which one is correct? Knight e6 or knight c6? Here the correct move is knight to e6. Check with a knight, check with a rook. And then the next move is rook d8, checkmate. You can make a check on f5, double check, or double check on e6. Which one is correct? The next move has to be a checkmate. I hope you found knight f5. Double check. Pay attention to this move because the king cannot escape. King cannot go to h6 and escape. Has to go back to g8. And now we could make a checkmate by playing knight e7 or knight h6. Both of them are fine. Let's try this one. Okay, so checkmate. King cannot move. Now we have three pieces here. Let's figure out double check and then mate. Again, you have knight f6 double check and you have knight g5 double check. Only one of them is correct. Knight f6 is correct move. Double check. There is only one move for black, that's king h8. And then you play knight to g6, checkmate. Let's go to number 16. Here we have a rook. We have also a bishop here, right? Attacking. And then we have a rook on a4. Now pay attention. This one is tricky because you can make mistake here easily. Look, don't forget that queen is attacking the bishop. So you have to be very precise here. Play a correct move. Only one move leads into a checkmate position. So the first move is double check. Now we have a double check by playing rook g8 or rook h7. The correct one is rook g8. Now we know with a double check, king has to move. So the king must take the rook, and now the next move, we use this rook for a checkmate. A beautiful one, right? Let's see the number 17. Okay, again here we can use a double check and then a checkmate. So the first move is rook e7, double check. Now king has only one space, that's king h8. And now we can play checkmate in one move by playing rook h7. You see, double check really leads into a checkmate. It's very, very dangerous move. Let's see number 18. Okay, here again, don't forget, queen is attacking the bishop. So there is only one double check, right? We take, king has to move, and now we move the rook to h8 and make a mate, right? Let's see number 19. Here we have a bishop. We have two bishops, very important. We also have a pawn and the rook. Let's first find the double check. this move, right? Pawn takes pawn, double check. King has to go to g8. That's the only place. And now we can use the rook and move the rook all the way down to h8 and make a double check. Let's see number 20. Oh, this one, you're gonna love this one. Don't forget the queen is attacking the queen. Now, if you count the pieces, you may notice black is much stronger. Like black should be winning this game, but because this great combination, a double check, right? First move, look, we are not taking the queen. And that's something that we have to learn, right? When you have a good move like this, always look for a better one, right? Uh, I know many of you would just like very quickly take the queen, right? And of course, that's a good move, but this move, knight h6, is better. Now we're going to learn a great combination. Look at this, double check. King has to go to h8. Now, this combination is called smother checkmate. Look at this move that we're going to play right now. How about I give you a couple of seconds, you think, and then I'll explain it. You can checkmate from here in two moves. Okay, look at them all. We played queen to g8. We sacrifice our queen, right? Now, look, king cannot capture because queen is protected by the knight. So if you want to play this smother mate combination, the queen has to be protected, right? Sometimes that queen can be protected by the bishop, but in this case, it's protected by the knight. And so the only move is the rook takes. And then we play knight f7, checkmate. Cool, right? I love this checkmate. Let's see number 21. What do we have here? Look, it's clear black is stronger. Like black has a queen. But here with a double check, we can win a queen. Right? There is no checkmate here, but we can win the black queen. Right? So how can we win the black queen? The correct move is knight to d6. Now, of course, you could jump with a knight to many different places like knight h6 or knight e3, but this is the correct one. Now, look what we are doing with this move. We are checking the king with a knight, and we are also discovering our rook. So that's called also discover check, right? So check with the two pieces. We know that black king has to move. But at the same time, look, we are blocking this D file and interrupting the rook and the queen. So the rook is not protecting the queen. Now, when the king moves, we can take the queen for free. That's another use of the double check. Let's see 22. We have here knight and the bishop, right? So let's see, is there any double check here? There is only one, right? I'm sure you found this one. That's knight to f2. Now, check with the two pieces, and the king is in checkmate. There is no move for a king. You cannot block the check or capture the knight or capture the bishop because two pieces are checking. Let's see number 23. This one is from a real game. You play a move with a black, make a double check, and it's mate. This is the move. Look at this cool move. This happened in a real chess game. Look at this. The white king got checkmated in the center of the board with all those pieces. Look at the pieces around the white king, bishops and the queen. You would think, it would never happen. But that's why double check is so dangerous and it's important to learn this move. Double check and the king is checkmated. Let's see, number 24. The same here. Look, the black king is in the center of the board. And if you play move bishop to b5, it's a double check. Check with a bishop, check with a rook. We call this also discovered check, right? Because you are discovering the rook. And king cannot move. Black king trapped in the center of the board. Checkmate. Let's see number 25. Okay, here we have the knight and the queen. Again, king opened. Pay attention to the positions like this when the king is in the center of the board, opened. Look, there's a kind of hidden attack on the king, right? And white probably played the last move. I believe the knight was on d4, and white just played knight f5 to attack the queen. What a mistake, right? Because there is a double check mate. Now there are two of them. There's knight e3. That's not the correct one. We have to play this one, knight f3, because if you play knight e3, king can run away to d2. So knight f3 is checkmate. Check with the queen, check with the knight, double checkmate. Let's see number 26. The same here. The last move that black played was bishop capturing the knight on f3. But black forgot about the double check, right? He thought maybe white is going to capture the bishop. But look at this. Imagine how surprised black was when he saw this move. Boom, checkmate. So check with a knight, check with a queen. Let's see number 27. And where's the king? I'm looking for a king. Black king is here. Okay. So we can play a move, double check, and checkmate the black king. Pay attention to all your chess pieces because don't forget about the bishop on h7. So the correct move is rook d5. Look, we play a check. Bishop is attacking the king and rook is attacking the king. There is no space for black king to move. Mate. Let's see 28. Okay, here we have hidden attack by the bishop, right? So there is a knight and bishop here. We just discover the bishop and we can make a double check and mate. But try to make the right one because you can play knight e6 or you can play knight f7. Only one of them is right. The right one is knight e6, right? Because here you are blocking your white queen, so the black king can run away to c7. But after this move, the black king is trapped, cannot move. Check with the bishop, check with the knight. Let's see number 29. So here we have knight on c4, queen on b3. So look, again, we can play a double check with knight e5. And this move would lead into the checkmate, but in two moves, because our next move could be queen f7. But after knight d6, it is a checkmate. There is no move for black king checkmate. Let's see number 30. Here it's easy. We did see this one before, right? Double check. We just move the knight to f7 and it's mate, right? Let's see the 31. And this one we also had before. We play a double check. We move the bishop, right? It's check with a rook, check with a bishop, and the next move, rook d8. We did have this one before. Let's see the next one. And also the same similar position, right? We play, now we're not going to play bishop a5. We're going to play bishop g5, check with the two pieces. And now we cannot move the rook with the check, but we can move the bishop. This puzzle we had in checkmate in one with us. Bishop d8, very nice checkmate. Let's see 33. Okay, the same one, right? We had a similar position, it's just more pieces. We can play knight g5, and it's going to lead into a checkmate, or knight f6. Both of them are great, right? Knight f6, king has to move, and the next move, queen h7. Right? Oh, we had those puzzles before. Let's see this one. Here we have queen, we have a bishop, right? And don't forget, now rook can help us and pawn can help us. So there are two double checks here. We could play bishop to e8 double check, or bishop to e6. Which one is correct? The correct one is bishop to e8, because the king cannot run away to c6. So king has to take, and now queen to f7 is a checkmate with the help of the rook. Let's see the 35. Okay, again, here we did have a similar position. We have a knight f2, right? Check, double check, or knight g3. We had this before, right? Knight f2 is the correct double check, and then we take on h3, checkmate. And 36. And also we had this one. It's just more pieces on the chessboard, right? We had an option to play 96. Look, how many kids would play just 96, double check, and then grab the queen, right? But the correct move is knight f5, double check, and knight h6, checkmate, right? Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and double check, of course, is very important. Please go back to this lesson. Go to NYChessKids website. You can print the worksheet, and you can do it one more time on your own. You can go to computer exercise to lead chess and do this puzzle. This is a lesson number 7 in intermediate 1 level. And in lead chess studies, this is a study number 26. So parents, please find those studies on the website, and let kids do it 1 or 2 times. They can do it on a computer and on the paper, because this double check lesson is very important. Hey, thank you for watching NYChessKids videos, and we'll see each other in the new lesson. Okay, bye-bye.